Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, and today I'll be reading a Jing Yuan Executioner by me. So let's get into it. Jing Yuan could be a very flirtatious man. He knew what he wanted most often, and so he had no issue in trying to get it. Even if it meant being a little bit less of a gentleman sometimes. But it was worth it. Making you blush and seeing your flustered expression. It was something that made life worth living to him. Yes, although he had other reasons and many things that made his life worthwhile, this was one thing that he looked forward to in the morning. One thing that he saw and thought of when he wanted to wake up. So when he wanted to wake up today and felt rather lazy, today he had an idea that he looked forward to. Something that would certainly fluster you and bring great joy to him. It was funny just how easily flustered you were, considering the two of you were living together for a year now, and yet it seemed like he was always able to find ways to make you blush and make you a little bit nervous, and perhaps even more than that. And right now, you had brought a great idea to him by wearing a short skirt. He was not someone who was lacking in the area of having ideas to fluster you, but you had given him even better ideas just by this tantalizing skirt. Truly, he could not be blamed, because, well, you were making it difficult not to pay attention to you, and even more difficult to not want to see that expression on your face. He spent a while oogling you. Not that he noticed. You seemed to be caught up in something. And so, he had a lot of time to gaze at you as he liked. However, eventually he would be caught. Not that he expected otherwise, because then you shot him a look, frowning a little bit. Seriously now? Why are you staring like this? You're being weird, you know. It's not strange for me to want to look at my beautiful girlfriend. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think there is. Maybe you should be a little bit more disciplined, instead of staring at me like that. It's a bit creepy, you know? You say, just meaning to poke fun at him. It wasn't creepy at all, especially not coming from him. You knew his intentions well. But you were too busy to give him attention right now. You wanted to get a few tasks done. But once you were done, you could at least try to give him a little bit of what he wanted. You don't know how a general has so much free time. But apparently, big pay came with a lot of time to play. So here you are, stuck with some paperwork while he was having another off day. Life often seemed a little bit unfair when you compared your own to his. But for the most part, the two of you lived in a life that was so conjoined, so intricately wound into one, that comparisons were mostly non-existent. Mostly. But today was one of those days where you just had to have one. Unaware of his gaze, or the way that he was thinking right now, you had no idea what was coming for you. So as you stood up from your desk and went to get something from the bookshelf, you didn't notice him come up behind you, sneakily as you could, and then lift up your skirt, making you turn around at the speed of light, glaring at him with your hands on either side of your hips. Jing Yuan, just what are you doing right now? And I want an explanation, not this perverse behavior. Perverse? Really? You would dare call the general that? I would dare to say many things about you, especially whenever you're involved. I will have to say many things. He chuckled, cupping your cheek in his hand. You're adorable, darling. But seriously, what could I have done? Maybe next time, try not to wear such a short skirt around me, and not give me any attention as well. I know you have a lot of work, but if you truly wanted, you could rest for an hour or two, and I could get the attention that I need. Attention? You act like I don't even look at you. Just look at me right now. My hair's a mess. I look like a mess. And this is all you're complaining about? You look wonderful. Truly. You just need to see yourself through my eyes. And then you would never complain about anything else ever again. Except what I'm complaining about right now. You couldn't help but laugh softly. He was such a sap sometimes. And you leaned in into his hand, closing your eyes and letting out a soft sigh. I suppose you convinced me. It's not too bad to take a break for a while. But promise me that you would remind me to get back to work, and you won't stay with me for more than an hour. It gets really hard to continue once I stop. It's like all my will to continue this is just gone. I don't know what to do. Then give me a chance. I'll take care of you. And once we're done, I promise you, I'll make sure you get all that work done in record time. And just how will you do that, huh? Convince me first. I have my ways, and perhaps I can offer you good rewards, he said, smirking, and you could tell from that glint in his eyes that there was another meaning that he was getting at, not that you were willing to decipher it today. He just sighed softly and gave up, deciding to give in to your fate. Jing Yuan was a very stubborn person, and it was difficult to negotiate with him once he had his mind set on something. And as silly as it may be, he was totally set on having some time with you today, no matter how tight your schedule may be. So, right now, you were going to rest with your sweet general. Even if he had gotten your attention in a less than gentlemanly-like manner, it was enough. He had gotten your attention, and now he could spoil you as much as he wants.